Hello guys, Christmas here, and today I've got a Shark deck profile. I've been testing this deck for, I don't know, 4 days now. I played it a lot in the rated dueling book. I have about 50% win rate, which might not seem that much, but I'm pretty high rated on dueling book, and I'm mostly playing Drytrons, Eldritch, Zoo, and Virtual World. So the having 50% win rate actually means a lot. You can beat every deck, you can beat Drytron, you can beat everything with this. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. I actually didn't see one good list on Shark or on fish archetype at all on the whole YouTube. So I just wanted to make one. And after a lot of playtesting, a lot of the changes to the deck, I think this might be the perfect list I've come up with. So let's get started. I actually played this before a couple of months back when this card got released. It worked then, but you had only one Toad. But now with the inclusion of Triple Totally Awesome, this deck became much stronger. With just a little bit better hand, you can make Triple Bahamut, Triple Toad first turn. Good thing is that this deck plays around hand trap very well. It plays around Nibiru because on the fourth summon you just put the Toad. It plays around like every hand trap. Hand traps don't hurt you. Shifter does, okay. Shifter hurts, but um, I'm not sure that people realize that, so they never put it in against this deck. They put Nibiru, and Nibiru doesn't do anything. I will not read effect or every single card, but I play triple Basso Shark. This one is the best one to normal summon because it has all of these text, but basically it summons any other fish from the deck. So this is a one card which summons 2 level 4 bodies on the field, which then can make Bahamut, and Bahamut makes Toadly. That's all you need to know, how many level 4 bodies on the field are. Everything else doesn't matter. And then we go for the other power card, that's X-Viz Remora. If this card resolves, you actually get 3 level 4 bodies on the board. So already you can see that with Basso Shark and X-Viz Remora, that's 5 bodies. And you basically need any extender, let's say Angler, or Lantern Shark, or Tenyi, or Unexpected Die, or Monster Reborn, to have a triple Bahamut, triple Toad. Now you might be wondering how, like how can you get all that? Doesn't it clog up the board? And how do you even use this effect? I will explain it now. So with Basso Shark, you summon mostly this card. You access into Bahamut, use its effect to summon Toad. Now you don't have to worry about Nibiru and other hand traps. Afterwards, so you have Bahamut with a material which is Basso Shark. Now you XZ Drill Driver over it, use effect of XZ Remora, detach Bahamut Shark and Basso Shark from Drill Driver, summon this card and reborn 2 level 4 fish cards. Then you can overlay 2 of those fish cards for another Bahamut, which goes in the extra monster zone. That's really important. If you don't use extra monster zone, you can never summon triple Bahamut, triple Toad. And then you don't use Bahamut Shark's effect yet, then you summon your another extender and overlay into another Bahamut. And with that combo you have triple Toad and triple Bahamut on the field. Against certain matchups, it's much better to make double Bahamut, double Toad and Dweller. Against Virtual World, that's auto win. Against Dino, it's auto win. Against Drytron, it's better. But if you don't know versus what you're playing, triple Bahamut, triple Toad is way to go. Okay, let's continue with the cards. Triple Silent Angler, it's a really strong extender, which is also fish. That's really important. Some of these extenders are not fish. That hurts a lot, but there are just not enough fish cards to play, which are good. The problem with this card, you cannot special summon monsters from your hand for the rest of this turn. These cards, this card and X-Viz Remora, if you use this early, you can't use X-Viz Remora, so you have to be aware of that. So a lot of the times I actually summon this from hand with the effect of Lantern Shark, or I first summon this, then leave this for last. Lantern Shark, at the beginning I played 3 copies because it's basically a summon effect which summons water from hand. It's like Tin Goldfish, but better because it's fish. That's it. The only difference between this and Tin Goldfish is that this is fish. Why is that important? For two reasons. One is for X-Zero Remora. This card has to reborn 2 level 4 fish type monsters. You can't reborn 1. So if you, in certain hands, when you summon, like, let's say Tenyi and I don't know, Angler, you don't have 2 fish, right? One is worm. That's really important. And second part is this card has a second effect which says banish it and shuffle 3 fish cards to the fish monsters to the deck and draw 1. So that's why. The reason I cut the third is for some reason this card can't summon itself. It says here expect Lantern Shark. So in a lot of hands I would open like 2 of these and one was just practically dead, so I cut one. I put it at 2. I think this is the base ratio. Uh, Lifeless Leafish. When I started to play this deck I only played one. Basically I only played this card to summon it a Bus of Shark just to gain some value out of its summon from deck effect, because what it summons can use its effect that turn, but you would have this in graveyard for next turn as some kind of follow-up. Draw 1 for free is pretty good. But then as I've continued to test the deck, I've tried Atlantean Dragoons. I was missing good normal summons. Bus of Shark was strong. At first I played Bad Tuniful Princess. Let me search it for I don't know how to write it. Maybe I'll find it this way. Okay, it's this card. This card summons itself, banish for the cost, and summons the Basso Shark. So it was basically more copies of Basso Shark. This card had a really big flaw, which is if you summon it, use its effect to banish. If they have Gamma Ash, your turn always stops. But let's say you normal summon, I don't know, a Lantern Shark, use the effect they say, let's say Impermit or Whalerate. Or you summon Basso Shark, use its effect they ash it, you can still have Extender and just make Bahamut and Toad and win. So I actually decided to not play this card. Even though they can't Impermit, they can't Whalerate because it banishes itself for cost. After a lot of testing I found out it's just not good enough. The other card I tried is Atlantean Dragoons. You can normal summon it, special summon something else. You make Bahamut with it. You could search, I don't know, detach the Dragoons and then search, I don't know, Monglesia, or there was another good sea serpent. I forgot its name. The problem with that is he's not fish, and that means so much that I just had to completely cut him. But that meant I have only one good normal summon in 40 card deck. I mean, other cards can be normal summon, but I don't have value for normal summoning Angler, right? So I've searched for every level 4 water, and at the last I end up putting this card to 3 for 1. The reason is you can summon it, normal summon, which sends a fish from the deck to the graveyard, which doesn't seem much, but it helps with its second part of the effect, that you can target 3 fish and shuffle and draw 1. So if you start with this, like firstly you get this foolish effect, second you have during turn 3 you will have this effect. Not only that, in some hand when you don't open Basso Shark, let's say you normal summon this uses effect, you can send Basso Shark, and let's say you make Bahamut and Toad, and when Toad negates you can take Basso Shark as a good follow-up. So not saying that this card is strong, it's not even close to Basso Shark as a normal summon, but there's just no better cards, so I decided to play this as a normal summon. We need, this deck will get huge boost when we get the OCG card. Just a second, let me find it. It's a shark, level 4. Wait, right hand shark. Yeah, when we get this card, this deck will be a lot stronger. This card has it's even stronger than Basso Shark, and it's level 4 fish, and then you will be able to play one copy of this. But for now, this is fine. Let's continue going. Great White Shark. There are, as I said, you can play a lot of extenders which are level 4 water but are not fish, like Tin Goldfish and so on. As I already explained, it's problematic because of the X-Remora this is your main player in the hand. If you don't have fishes, your plays become much weaker. So I actually decided to play this card and double unexpected die. This card is actually not that bad to draw, and I mean this just becomes a level 4 fish, so it's strong. And it has some synergy with this card. This is the only level 4 which is not fish, and I played it. It's special summon. It has a good second effect which works with Great White Shark. I just wanted to play a little bit more level 4 waters, even though this is not fish, and a lot of the games I lose because this is not a fish. Then you have to play a lot of hand traps. Drytron is dominating, so you just have to be able to at least weaken them, or I don't know, Virtual World and so on. Ash, I will not explain hand traps. I play triple Ash, triple Ogre, double Meister, triple Imperm, a big hand trap lineup, but you can play it in this deck. Ease of Fusion, best extender, summons the level 4 fish from the extra deck. Really strong. You play this, not the other, which is not fish, because this is a fish, so you have to play it. I don't remember the other one. What's it called? The other one actually has an effect which is useful, but it's more important that this card is fish. Monster Reborn Extender, called by the grave. Just generically good card. Triple Desires. You can't really banish your engine pieces, so you can just use Desires immediately. That's a good part. Unexpected Die Extender. Cosmic Cyclone, overall really good mid-range card, and Imperm. That's it for the main deck. Side deck I don't really dwell much into. A lot of the Eldritch, so I play evenly, and the Drytron is the best deck, so you play 3 copies of this. This is a good mid-range card. You can side those when you go first, and to Nibiru. That's it. Not gonna take much time on those. Next up for the extra deck. Extra deck is really important. As I said, every game you go through all the Bahamut, 3 copies of Bahamut Shark. In some games you go use them all up in one turn, and in other games you use, I don't know, 2 or maybe even 1. You summon Toad, which is, this card is super powerful. The other card is Dweller. As I said, I mean, it's really hard to not go into Bahamut because it provides you so much value. But Dweller, after you already like made Toad against certain matchup, is just too strong, so you just summon it. Honor Arc, this is a really good card because if you go second and you expect punishment or something, and they don't use it on your 2 level 4 monsters, you can make this attack. Main phase to make Zeus. That's what I've been doing a lot. Drill Driver, I played 2 copies of it. You played because of the combo I already showed you. And even if you don't have the combo, like let's say you only have this in your hand, you summon Bahamut with it. With its effect, you summon level 4 water this. You make Bahamut, use effect, summon Toad, and overlay this over Bahamut. So, I mean, if you destroy Bahamut, you get to reborn this. That's pretty good. Rare Fish, and these are the 2 new ones I put. Exciton comes against Rogue quite a bit when I go second, and Tornado is just generically good. So these 2, Zeus, again a huge power up for this deck. Triple Toad was big power up, but Zeus even bigger. So what ends up happening, let's say I use Hand Trap and I stop them so they can make good board. I go into, let's say, Bahamut Shark, attack, use its effect, summon Toad, and then over Bahamut I put Zeus. So out of, let's say, 1 Basso Shark, I make Zeus with 2 material and Toad. That's just really strong. This is 2, you have to play 2. Second one comes up, third is not needed, but 2 comes up. Super strong. And if other card gets destroyed while this card is on the field, you can use this effect and put Toad from your extra deck to it as a material, so you get extra value out of it. Overall, really strong deck. There's no really combo. As I said, this is basically rank 4 toolbox, which spams totally awesome, but it's really fun. Definitely competitive. It's not the best deck of the format, but you can definitely win a lot of matches. In locals you can get first places, sure. You can even top like regionals with it, even though there are no regionals now, but I would take this to event, sure. I actually think this is not some tier 3 bad deck, tier 2 bad deck. I mean, it's tier 2, but not tier 3 bad deck. Like, you can win against everything with this. It's pretty consistent. At bad hand you have one Bahamut, one Toad. At average hand you have two Bahamut, two Toad. At little better hand, that's not hard, right? What Basso, X's Remora, and any extender. I mean that's not impossible hand to open, right? And you get triple Bahamut, triple Toad, and over one Bahamut you put the drill driver, and it's over. Guys, thanks for watching. I'm playing this deck on my stream, Christmas 6, twitch.tv, Christmas 6. Come check me out. Playing it high rated, so again, real opponent, real decks. This is not some, it's not like I'm playing against Ojamas or anything. I'm beating them. I'm beating Drytrons. I'm beating Virtual World. So really strong deck. See you soon. Bye.